Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's have a look at Opendoor stock again. This time I'm going to be giving you my personal thoughts and predictions as to what we might see going forwards into this new week. If it sounds like a good video, please make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe. But as always, remember, I am not a financial advisor. Anyway, now we've got all the niceties out of the way, let's jump straight in and get to the facts. Opendoor stock is moving in an absolutely perfect manner. We are seeing things line up in a brilliant fashion. We're seeing this stock get to a point where, again, the general trend has been up for some time, you will know this. And after this little dip that we've seen down to the $4 range exactly, we are now seeing this one absolutely bounce. We saw this brilliant cup and handle pattern forming, broke up to the upside, and now we are into new upwards territories. I think this is absolutely brilliant, and this is exactly what I would have liked to see. But the question is it sustainable, and what comes next? Well, I think a few things need to be taken away from the actual growth that we have seen on this stock in the last couple of days, specifically even on Friday. This shows a lot of strength, right? We broke to the upside, and essentially as soon as we started moving there, things started moving very quickly. On a stock which is up as much as this one is, the fact that we can still pull up those moves to the upside, and the fact that we still keep going is very, very impressive. At the same time, I would also be cautious of these massive rises in short periods of time. That's not to say there's not more upside for the stock, but it's absolutely worth considering both sides of the spectrum. So when we look at this one here, a few things stand out to me, right? There is every possibility in the short to mid-term that we might see a little bit of a come down from the highs on this stock in the last couple of days. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I think if that happens, a lot of people may have the possibility or the likelihood of panicking, but really that isn't the need at all. We're talking about a stock which is up big, right? If a couple of people want to sell off or whatever, and we see a little bit of a stock drop, I'd say that's a very healthy thing to see. We're now seeing the RSI calm down slightly, but we are still quite heavily up on that. So again, something also worth considering, slightly towards the range of the overbought territory, depending on how you want to see it, but not necessarily in a problematic way. Again, if we see this one cool off a little bit into the next few days, as I think is entirely possible, that wouldn't be too bad. Now, key levels that we're looking for, a few things to establish, is that because we are in new territory, we're looking to find new levels of support and resistance. Obviously, resistance is very likely to be at the high of the day on Friday. In terms of support, you could make an argument for potentially seeing levels like what we saw as our previous resistance, maybe 583. I think that would be a very solid level to see a support if we were going to crash slightly. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Overall, though, I think that the story here is a very promising one. I personally would be a little bit cautious about buying shares right now. There is, of course, a possibility that we are going to move upwards, but if I get the chance to buy them perhaps in a couple of days at a slightly cheaper price, I think the trend here is up, right? That's my personal opinion. I think the likelihood of this one going up now is increasing. We actually found that breakout above key levels, and we are now into what I would consider to be relatively bullish territory. I think there's a high possibility that this could continue at this path, and that's absolutely perfect. I think the next week is going to be a very interesting one to watch. I think there is a lot of potential here. Depending on your risk tolerance, now could be a good point to buy, but my personal opinion is, if this one does drop in the next few days, even better opportunity. Just my thoughts on it, guys. Thank you for your time, and I hope I'll see you again next week for more updates. Goodbye.